Welcome to the Blogger Genius podcast. I'm your host, Jillian Leslie, and I'm also co-founder of MiloTree, the easiest tools bloggers and online entrepreneurs can use to grow their audiences and sell digital products to them. Today, I have a special solo episode that I really wanted to record because it's based on my conversations with you. I'm always listening to what you're telling me. Therefore, I see where so many of you struggle. So in this episode, I want to share the 5 things I recommend you start putting into place right now so that you can be successful as a blogger and online entrepreneur. Because yes, things have changed. They're going to continue to change. Just look at Google and you know I'm right. What I'm going to share are these things that I have been saying for a while. And what's funny is I feel like I'm a broken record. But when I get on calls with so many of you, I'm surprised at how many of these ideas seem novel and new. So I thought I'd run through them to lay out the big picture of how to grow a thriving business and make money today. And really, I'm dedicating this episode to the people who are feeling discouraged, freaked out, frustrated. And believe me, I've been talking to a bunch of you who feel this way. So if you understand the basics and point your North Star in that direction, I promise you'll find success. I hope this episode serves as both a roadmap and a confidence booster because you can definitely achieve this. First, let's address the major elephant in the room, the challenges we are all facing. 1, the rise of AI. 2, Google's constant algorithm changes. And 3, the decreasing revenue from traditional sources like display ads and affiliate marketing. Virtually everyone I've talked to has shared that their traffic has dipped, some slightly, others much more dramatically, like 80 or 90%. Here's the key takeaway from today's discussion. Building an online business now largely comes down to 2 things: growing an audience and selling to this audience. This may seem simplistic, but it represents a significant shift from how we used to think about growing businesses, which was chasing vast numbers of page views from anonymous visitors, to really today nurturing a dedicated group of fans. And I've talked about this a lot. I call these your 1,000 true fans, because if each of these fans spends $100 on your products and services in a year, you've made $100,000. So how do we adapt to this new business model without feeling overwhelmed? We've been building online businesses in one way, and now I'm saying, okay, the model is shifting. So how do we do this easily? Particularly if we haven't focused yet on really cultivating a tribe, and if we haven't really focused on selling. So let's break down the steps. And by the way, stick with me till the end because I'm going to also share some news and updates on MiloTree. So here are my 5 tips for growing a successful business today without the overwhelm. And chances are you're already doing a bunch of them. So the first one is easy. It is define your niche and stay in it. I honestly thought this was advice we all took to heart in 2018, but I get on calls with so many people who still can't tell me what their niche is. And they think something like interior design or baking or travel is a niche. And when I push to get them to be more specific, they already think they are niche down, but I tell them that they need to give up their box of 64 Crayola crayons, remember that big box, and pare it down to a box of 8 crayons. And they will thank me for this because what this does is it gives them guardrails. If you're not sure if you're niche down enough, by the way, just email me, tell me your niche, and I'll give you my feedback. You can reach me at jillian@milotree.com. If you're niche down, here are the benefits. You can easily communicate what your problem you solve and who your people are. So remember, you want people raising their hand for you, saying, yes, you are my person. So here are some examples. Life coach is not a niche. Life coach for middle-aged female executives who want to transition jobs. My second tip is you now need a personal brand more than ever. I call it your vibe. So I had a previous episode I recorded all about how to figure out what your vibe is. I'll link to that in the show notes. But my question to you is, are you putting out your vibe over and over again? So creators with a strong personal brand are definitely seeing more success than bloggers and business owners who are hiding behind their websites. I'm going to ask you to show up as a human, to connect, to demonstrate how you can improve your audience's lives, to express what makes you different, how you see the world. And this is the interesting piece. It's really not about you. It's about how you can help me, but I need to get to know you. I need to trust you, and I need to feel like we're on the same wavelength. So my recommendation is keep putting out what makes you unique in your niche. And this is how you compete with all the other people who you think are in your niche. My third tip is diversify your traffic. So as we've all learned, we can no longer rely solely on Google. It's now about getting creative in terms of driving traffic. In one of my recent episodes with SEO Lily Ray, she talks a lot about Bing as a possible source of traffic. I'll link to that too. And you can also start experimenting with platforms like YouTube if that feels doable. My personal recommendation is to focus seriously on two platforms. One, Pinterest for traffic. It's our number one traffic source for our other blog, Catch My Party. It still drives millions of page views for us. My second platform is Instagram. And this is for building that personal brand in your vibe. So it's not about the number of followers. It's really about the quality of the followers. And are you having one-on-one conversations? And even if you're not thinking about Google driving traffic, please do not abandon keywords. Keywords are still really relevant everywhere on the internet. It's how all these platforms know who to serve your content to. And this speaks again to why being in a specific niche actually helps you. And my fourth tip, grow your email list. I can't express enough how important your email list is to your business. Again, I feel like we were all told this in 2018. Remember, the money's in your list. But now we're really embracing it. Yes, your email list is a great way to drive traffic to your blog or website, but it's even more important than that. It's where you develop those deep relationships with your true fans and where you make sales. I'll say that again. It's where you make sales. And I hear this over and over again. People are surprised when they recognize that they're making most of their sales through email. Here's your sales funnel. Think of it this way. Your blog content and your social media channels get people to find you. That's how you get discovered. But that's just the beginning. This is called top of funnel. But next, you move these people off of social media, off of your blog, onto your email list. Then you can provide value to them, share your vibe, build that relationship. And if you can make that connection and solve real problems, they will buy from you. It's that simple. And this is really where your business takes off because this is where the money is. And I hear this over and over again. Yes, they were right back in 2018. The money is in your list. My fifth tip is to use the simplest tech tools you can find. So technology is great. It's changed all of our lives. My iPhone, I'm addicted to. I love it. But technology is also rough. And if you're an online entrepreneur, you know this. Like, how many times a day are you frustrated by your tech? One of the most common comments I get when I get on calls with you is you say, I want to sell digital products, but I hate technology and I don't want to learn a new platform. Or I'm horrible at tech. Tech hates me. That's one of my favorites. So please do not be fooled by these expensive, complicated platforms that promise to do everything for you. I'm going to say it. They're selling you snake oil. They're selling you that dream of like the turnkey business where it's so easy. All you have to do is set up your username and password, and then everything just kind of lays out in front of you. And you're going to get a very profitable business from this. Well, again, I talk to lots of people and people share with me that they have tried this. They thought it was going to work. They spent a lot of money and it was much harder than they thought. And they eventually give up. Now, stories like this inspired David, my husband, and me to create our own tech solutions because we knew there was an easier way. In fact, this is how we created our first solution, our MiloTree pop-up app. We designed it so you could install it on your blog in just 2 minutes and it would immediately start helping you grow your social media followers and email subscribers. No complicated tech, just growth. But we didn't stop there. As we talked more with creators, we realized you needed more tools to monetize. You needed a simple way to sell digital products and services. That's why we built MiloTree Cart, to help you sell your expertise. As I shared earlier, how crucial email is for creators, we added the ability to offer unlimited freebies to grow your list that we host for you. Here's what makes me really proud. Behind every simple feature you see, there's incredibly sophisticated software working hard. We take on all of that complexity so you don't have to. In fact, we've built you AI-generated sales pages, opt-in pages. You can offer easy tripwires. We integrate with all major email service providers. And you know what? We made sure to keep it insanely affordable because we believe powerful tools should not cost an arm and a leg. Plus, we offer a free 30-day trial because we want you to see the results for yourself. I know some of you might be thinking, yeah, I'm not really there yet, but here's the truth. If you're creating content, if you're building something valuable, you are ready, my friend. Now that 2025 is here, it's time to take that next step. The tools you need, they're right here. They're simple. They're powerful. Head to MiloTree.com to get started. Start testing out freebies. Start testing out products. Use our pop-up app to grow your social media followers. It's all included in our low price. And we're here to support you every step of the way. So to recap the entire episode, here are my 5 takeaways. These are the ones I recommend you implement right away. 1, make sure you're niche down. 2, start building your personal brand. 3, diversify your traffic sources. 4, grow your email list. And 5, use the easiest tech tools you can find. I hope this episode has given you direction, clarity, and a feeling of support. You're not alone, especially right now, if you're feeling a little unmoored. Remember, this is what online business is. It's a journey. You hit road bumps and you course correct. It's like life. You just need to find the people pointing you in the new direction. So if you have any feedback or questions, I love hearing from you. Just email me at Jillian@MiloTree. If you know someone who could benefit from this episode, please share it. And finally, if you're enjoying the podcast, I'd be so appreciative if you gave it 5 stars on iTunes, YouTube, Spotify. That way other people can discover it. And I will see you here again next week.